Hey guys, Rusty here at Ugly HP, and try to do better with my lighting. Today we are working on a 04 Lexus rx330, doing a CV axle on it on the passenger side. This one's going to be a little bit different from the driver's side because of how long it is, and it's got a lock spring in it. So what we're going to do first, I already took off the tire, caliper, rotor, tied the caliper way up there. As you can see, there's a shield that comes under here. You're gonna have to remove that to get access to the spring clip that they installed for these long axles. So this one should be able to do without taking the spindle all the way off. You will have to get an alignment after. Some say you have to. It's preferred. We're gonna start by loosening up all the bolts that hold our speed sensor cable on. This way we don't have to worry about stretching that out. Okay, so it's going to be a 12 millimeter right here and a 10 millimeter up here. And we're not taking the cable out, we're just making it to where it's not quite in our way. This is another one of those axles where they say it's supposed to take you over 2 hours. Okay, now I'm gonna take and we're gonna pull the quarter pin out of here, and we're gonna remove this fella. Let me see if I can get the right view. Yeah. Whoop. I feel like a 17 fits it better. I thought it was an 18 earlier, but now that I'm putting it up there, it's a little sloppy. Now we're just going to beat this until that pops out. Magic. Alright, now to get you back on the other side where it's a lot easier for me to work. Okay, next we're gonna pull these bolts out right here. This way our spindle can fold forward. And those are a 22 on both sides. That was a love tap. Okay. Now this folds out of the way. We can now pull this one out right here, which is a 30 millimeter 12-point socket. Like I said, we want to make sure this is still staying all loose. We don't want to put too much pressure on that speed sensor. Sorry about that, we had to cut out because the camera decided to tumble off of the fucking transmission jack. Alright, so now we're gonna beat that through, or if you have access to an air hammer with a small tip. Alright, that is the technical part. Now, let me see if I can get this camera to get it. If you see right here, there's a clip that holds that axle in place. And that clip keeps it, you know, from here to here the same, so it's not wiggling out. Easiest way is to take a pair of channel locks, pop it out. Let me get that and beaver. Trying to do this kneeling with the camera. All right. Okay, so the only thing that's left is to pull this bolt and supposedly knock the axle out. Bolt's 14 millimeter, easily accessible with a swivel socket. And I don't know how that plays a part in that. Take a hammer and beat it up, beat it through. Pull it all the way out. My bad on the light. My bad on the light. It's hard to get my hands. Spot. Slide your new one in. Be careful on that bushing, the oil seal. slides right in, basically. So now we're gonna just give it a little love tap on the outside, making sure we put the nut on the end of it, just to make sure it's all the way seated. Put our 14 back in here. Spring clip. Now you do have to take the one off the old one, and it's a pain in the ass sometimes to get back on because it wants to go all lopsided. And it's going to be a bigger pain in the ass trying to do this with the camera right here. So let's see if I can move you back a little bit out of the way. Ouch. I have to lower you down a little bit. Kinda in the way, guy. Well, let me fight this and then I'll come back to you guys so you're not watching me for 20 minutes. Alright guys, got the spring clip in. Didn't take as long as I was gonna think it was gonna take once I basically switched the camera off, so now we're gonna get this axle basically just lined up in here. We're not gonna run the bolt in it. Line these guys up. Now whenever GM's got pretty much the same setup, pretty easy to deal with. Right now the car's kind of high for me, but let me see if I can try to do this. Basically you can do whichever one. You can do the top one or the bottom one first. I'm a short guy. So now the bottom one, all you have to do is either pull out or push in, and you'll get it lined back up. So we basically just have to push in. So these are your 22 millimeters. Put your 17 millimeter castle nut One thing I make my guys do here is anytime a quarter pin has to come off, which this one has the quarter pin on it, put a new one on. Like, you get like 100 pack for like $2. I mean, why be cheap on something that could end up being a problem? That's how you keep from having multiple comebacks. Me personally, I don't have a problem with having comebacks. Seems to be the guys I hire here in Florida that have problems. You know, Flocka capital of the world. Not saying that I'd hire shady people, but some of them can sneak right past you. You know what I mean? 30mm nut. All you have left is to put your sensor cable bolted back up so it's out of the way, rotor, caliper, and you'll be back to driving. Check out our Facebook page. It's Ugly HP. Well, we post pictures of a lot of the weird stuff we're working on here, and we also post all of our videos here. If you ever scroll down there, you might see something you could use. Small tips, and we also do ugly shorts once a week. I'll post an opinion on crap I see a lot around the shop or people do at home. But keep wrenching, and thumbs up, you know, the way Joe likes it.